So if the dashes of the hidden line are 0.18 long, then they're displaying about 50% longer than they should be. Um, the dashes of a hidden line, according to the alphabet lines in Chapter 2 of your text, should display at 0.125 or an eighth of an inch. The dashes for a cutting plane line should display at a quarter of an inch. Uh, I may have said this wrong. The dashes of a hidden line should display at an eighth of an inch. Dashes of a cutting plane line should display at a quarter of an inch. So we have to do some adjustments here. And the way that you do that is by adjusting the global line type scale. So right now, if I type in LTS, enter, the global line type scale is 1. 1 is neutral, okay? Anything below or above 1 actually does scale the line types, but 1 is just neutral. So to calculate what we need to change the line type scale to, we'll take what it's supposed to display at. Well, first I'll type in cal, C-A-L, enter. Take the value that the dashes are supposed to display at, 0.125, and divide by what they are actually displaying at, which is 0.18, and then divide that, and you can see that it's approximately 0.7. So I'll type in LTS, enter. I'll type in 0.7, and when I hit enter, watch what happens to the hidden line dashes and the cutting line dashes. And you can see that they got smaller. So these are probably displaying properly now. And again, these don't have to be exact, but you can see that the length is approximately 0.125. But the cutting plane line dashes also got smaller, okay? And the way we can fix this, since the dashes here should display twice as large as the hidden line dashes, I can actually click on that cutting plane line and in the properties palette change the line type scale to 2. Okay, so now I'll take a quick measurement of these, and these should be approximately 0.25, and that's close enough. Okay, these don't have to be exact, but they should be pretty close. Okay, so to finish up this exercise, you need to fill out the information in the title block, the name of the exercise, the scale. This is 1 to 4, as we talked about earlier. Change the date and drawn by. Okay, now I have some special examples I want to show you. So here's another one. First thing you need to do is to adjust your viewport scale. I've already set this one at 1 to 4. This one is a standard scale that works well for this drawing. And then I'll lock my viewport. So I'll just come in here and enter PL and then enter. So I'll click here, somewhere in here, and then pull straight up. I need to define my width. Starting with a 0, enter. Ending width will be 0.1, and then I'll type in 0.175 for the length. Okay, redefine my width at 0, 0, starting with at 0, enter, ending with 0, enter, and then go and then pull across and find my vertical and horizontal lines. Then go across. Now for this one, you want to go beyond this visible edge. Okay, so I want to go a little bit further, and then I have my nearest snap turned on, so I'm going to snap to the center line. I'll left click and then pull down. Now how far do you go down? Well, you want it to be the same on both sides, so I'll go in and find that portion of the arrow, okay, and then do my tracking again. And once those horizontal and vertical lines cross, I'll left click, and now I need to redefine my width. W, enter. My starting width will be 0.1, ending width will be 0, and then I'll type 0.175 for the length of the arrowhead. Okay, so that is that. And let's check our line type scale. And 0.1867, that's about what it was before, so I'm not going to do the calculation again. I'll just change it to 0.7 and just make sure that it displays approximately an eighth of an inch. 0.13, close enough. Alright, and again, this is half of what it needs to be, so I'll just click on that line and adjust the line type scale in the properties palette for that one line, and I'll change it to 2. So now that is displaying properly. You know, when I adjust this in the properties palette, it's like a one-time override for that particular line. Okay, and that's how that works. So let me go to my next example, 7.4i. This is an example of an aligned section view. Again, I want to adjust my viewport. 1 to 4 works well for this one as well. I'll lock my viewport. I'm not going to adjust the line type scale on this example. I'm just going to draw the cutting plane line. So polyline, I'll start in here, go to the right, adjust my width. Starting width will be 0, ending width will be 0.1, and the arrowhead will be 0.175 long. Readjust, starting width 0, ending width 0, and have my horizontal and vertical lines. Then go to the center, and then go out through here. As you can see in your text, I'll go to approximately this point, and then click. Now you want the arrowhead to be perpendicular to the cutting plane line here, so I'll just go out in this area right here. I want this line to be almost the same as this one, and then I'll left click, adjust my width again. Starting width will be 0.1, ending width 0, and again my arrowhead length would be 0.175, and then enter. Okay, so that's that one. Now the last one is really tricky. You got to be a little bit innovative on this one. So what I want to do to start off with is I will adjust my viewport scale again. 1 to 4 again works well for this one. Lock it. And I will start by drawing a polyline from here to the right. Define my width. Starting width is 0, ending width is 0.1, 0.175 arrowhead length. Redefine my width, and then go find the middle. Alright, then I want to go just beyond, so somewhere in here, and then I'll left click and then enter. Okay, now I have to end that line because I have to do something. Well, I could actually do it with the arc from here to here, and I think, and stay in the polyline command, but I think that would be harder than it's worth. So for the portion of the cutting plane line that comes through here, I'll just start off at the center, go through, and I'll left click here, and I'll go in that direction to approximately here, then redefine my width, 0.1, ending width is 0, keep pulling in that direction, and 0.175 arrowhead length. And then finally I want to draw a circle. I want to snap it to the end of that line. Okay, so now you kind of see what's going on. Then I want to trim, TR enter, and very carefully trim what you don't need. So I'm going to click on the circle and the vertical line and get rid of that portion in the middle, and then TR enter. I'm going to click on that line, and then I will click on that portion of the circle, and then I need to get rid of this part. So TR enter, click on here, and then enter, and then click. Okay, so not quite done yet. I need to join all those. So P edit, enter, and I'll select this as my polyline, and then select J and then enter for join, and then I will click the arc and then that portion and then enter, and now you can see that it is all one line. Okay, and the reason why you want to do that is for the line type scale. If you do adjust it, I guess I'll do that very quickly. I think it's going to be the same as the rest, so we'll change that to 0.7, and then we'll change this to 2 and make sure that's displaying as it should, and that's approximately 0.25. So that's how you do that one, and I hope this helps you out, and that concludes this video.